has been a strong Ranno player for a long time, but has been much more happy playing the Zetter lately. So we are going to be seeing him picking that up here. And Darai, we saw earlier, plays a ridiculously strong Ranno. And starting off on Jules Vale, both of these players are intimately familiar with these characters and this matchup.
Well, if you're going to be biased for HKP just because the sponsor tag there, I'm going to be biased to Darai because I think my girlfriend really likes Darai, and that's going to be my only reason for it. So
hey, I can't not be. Wait. Darai's also literally SoCal. I got to be biased for both of them.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to be biased for both of them. I'm not. HKP is going to lose this one. There it is. I'm calling it out right now. Don't have the commentator power. It's just not there. We're going to see whether or not that feral power coming out. Is this Yeah, this must be a relatively well-experienced one though between these two. Obviously, they have played each other before. Good play there from Darai. This is going to be a high-octane match, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, both of these players love to play super, super high-speed gameplay. Sometimes just kind of mashing those buttons, but with intent, right? It's a matter of having some thought behind it.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been in games back when I was capable of playing this game anywhere near this speed. It definitely been in games like this where you play against somebody else that's matching your speed non-stop, and you forget to breathe for 30 seconds at a time. And it's one of those games your heart gets going really quick, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm starting to get a little bit wheezy. See whether or not these two are going to run into any sort of problems like that. Obviously, it's been a really high pace match back and forth, but it's dead even the whole time until HKP has a little bit of misinput there, gets caught off the side of the stage. See whether or not they can trade that one back nice and quick, though.
Yeah, I mean, either way, Darai going to be trying to hold on to this lead as long as possible, but that unfortunate tongue miss means that HKP is not going to be giving up that lead so easily.
Still near on percent, though. We'll see whether or not Darai can try to keep this edge guard up. Good use of the fair right there, and hold on, double jump is down. Is able to make it back to stage, but this should be a free opportunity to try and turn things around for HKP right now. Good back air. Get Darai position back on the stage right now. Great little down tilt there. Pick up some advantage. Play back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, Darai's just been able to continually rack up so much damage, but the one time that you see even the slightest bit of opening, HKP already firing back with so much damage.
Good opportunity there, good little back hit there. I think that's going to be it. HKP picking up stock number 2 off of Darai. Surely we'll see Darai follow that one up nice and quickly, though. I don't imagine there's going to be too much separation between these two this whole game. Look at that movement from Darai. It's so clean. But unable to find that read. Now HKP actually being able to turn this back the other way. The setup doesn't get found again there. Darai slipping up a little bit now. Is the pressure too high for him? It's getting relatively high.
I mean, while the pressure might be high, that was actually a beautiful DI mix-up from HKP. Darai did a Dacus expecting HKP to use proper DI, which is, you DI in the direction that Ranno's facing when you get hit by the back air in order to just get away from the potential setups. Darai used a Dacus in order to follow that, and HKP, knowing what Darai wanted, did what's usually considered incorrect DI straight in, and was able to avoid it for just a bit, but you can't avoid a back air for long enough.
Consistently causing issues at the ledges right here, but Darai, this percent disadvantage is kind of rough. See whether or not this can be good though. It's 150%, but there's always room. Darai is capable of some crazy stuff. HKP is as well though. Pressure's keeping up inside the station. Look at the use of the bubble here, making things very difficult though. Does manage to poke through. We'll see whether or not HKP can seal this one up right now. Darai has not been allowed off the edges of the stage. Basically this whole time, no wall jump online. It's just an unfortunate bit of movement there. Takes him off the side. HKP can pick up game number 1.
Yeah, HKP picking up game number 1, and I love these small interactions between these two players because honestly, the biggest thing that we're seeing is not just attacking what is happening, but attacking the intent of their opponents. And both of these players just using multiple mix-ups that would maybe not work against players who are not as strong in the game, but because they know what their opponent might want to do, they're attacking specifically the mix-ups that they think their opponent might go for.
Yeah, it's this is going so much deeper than the visual level. Obviously, there's that mental element when you've played against somebody this much before, and we're seeing that. There's a few things in here where it's like, whoa, why did that happen? And it's just because these guys have played against each other. Sometimes suboptimal becomes optimal if you know the player well enough, because it just throwing out something they're not expecting can be so valuable. We'll see whether or not that can continue to be the case right now. Darai starting off with a storm.
Yeah, I mean, starting off with a storm, especially on Darai's favorite stage, I don't know, it's sometimes you ban for the character, right? Sometimes you ban for the player. And I think against certain players, you really do have to ban for what are their favorites. And Darai, as you can see, so incredibly dominant on this stage.
Just comfort here as much as possible, and it's impossible so far for HKP to get back to stage. Look at that, just going for the second part of the up B there, causing problems low down there. Patience from Darai, trying to find a read, but HKP doesn't fall for it. Back to stage now, there's definitely room for Darai to pull out a kill right there. There it is, fair, barely tagging. That's going to be the first stock picked up there for Ranno.
Yeah, first stock and 3% extra credit, you know, definitely not much, but, you know, it's the start of something. Darai just trying to rack up as much damage as possible before losing the stock, because we know HKP is more than capable of finding a way back into this game.
So far, so good. Right now, we'll see whether or not HKP can continue to keep this pressure up. At the ledge there, 160, barely missed the DI out of the bubble right there. It's unfortunate for Darai, but it's very good for HKP, able to even things up basically to dead even, and now in the favor of the Zetterburn.
Yeah, and both of these players have been going for the invincible ledge dashes or the invincible tech options, and I just absolutely love that because the edge guarding has been so varied for them. They have to mix up the timing, they have to mix up the options that you might normally see, because when you play with, you know, the invincible ledge dashing, the invincible tech options, it basically changes the entire way how you have to play the disadvantage.
Dude, this neutral's crazy between these two. I don't know if you saw that, we had a stint there where they're going back and forth and neither of them's hitting a move by like pixels, because they've both done this before. They know what to look out for. They've basically like read the pages of this book before. They know what they're doing, and as a result, it gets very close. There's deep needles causing problems for HKP. Can't make that recovery work out. Now Darai with a very small lead right now, but it's enough to push.
Yeah, it's enough to push, and I think HAP gonna be able to push that parry button, get those needle stacks back onto Darai, and just like that, racking up enough damage that an F tilt on the ledge is going to be able to purple.
Yeah, no, this is very well deserving of this stage right now. It's been so intense, bringing us down to final stock apiece right now, basically even on percentages once again. These two have not been separated, refused to be separated so far, and HKP trying to cause problems off the side of the stage, trying to separate Darai from the ground that he is oh so comfortable with. Start to cause problems right now, 100% racked up onto this Ranno right now. HKP chasing back and forth, the Gatling up into the Gatling, and that is game number 2 going over to HKP.
That's game 2! Game 2! Oh my, you could have packaged that up, put that in a grand finals game 5, and I would be just as happy, because God, this is an amazing set going into this, and we have even more going over to game 3, where we're gonna be going back to Jules Vale, as Darai is going for a salty run back, but not onto the Ethereal Gates pick.
Nope, I think that's a good call. Bring it back to where, yeah, I think Darai looked really strong here. You know, it's, I don't think that Aether Gates really ended up working out in the long run. We saw that amazing opening. Just getting that consistent edge guard.
Oh my God.
You know what? Maybe here's not feeling great either right now, as HKP racked up 80% the first 10 seconds onto Darai, and now it's onto Darai to try and make this thing come back.
And Darai just, beautiful timing mix-up. Not going to be fast-falling that back air this time, and able to get past the parry, but not going to be able to get past the fair, as HAP going to be taking that first stock in dominating fashion.
This is crazy. Just crazy right now. Darai trying to go so deep to cause problems right now. HKP still trying to come back to stage, and has done so relatively successfully. Good little pick off there with the up tilt. See whether or not...
Darai had a beautiful edge guard opportunity where he went for the dive kick into wall jump fair, but HAP knew it was coming, knew what Ranno can do out of that, and went for a tech invincible up air. Like, I love the options that these players are choosing in order to deal with each other's edge guarding scenarios.
Little bat through there, continuing to chase. See if Darai can actually finally start to pick off this first stock, because the percent diff is starting to get very frightening. You know, you're on potentially your final game. You know, if this is the game that HKP is still able to pick up with this advantage that they have, you're out of the tournament. That's it. This is all that you have left right now. So Darai needs to start making some quick adjustments and start finding some advantages, because it is not looking favorable right now.
Yeah, Wall Jump on board, has the bubble available, and Darai has been able to live to such a high percent when bubbled in the right position, but unfortunately Bubble gonna be caught on the other side of the stage, and Darai gonna be caught on the final stock, potentially, of his tourney run.
Little bat set up there. We'll see whether or not HKP can continue to keep this pressure up the side of the stage. It's looking very good right now for him. Chasing Darai over to the side. Darai trying to make that recovery work out. So far, it's getting him back to stage really effectively, but Darai has such a mountain to climb right now, and it's starting to look good. Look at this movement read that's starting to come out from Darai, although HKP still very, very big lead.
Yeah, phenomenal lead, 99% and counting on this Zetterburn, but over 100% on the Ranno. Darai needs to figure out a way how to get back on the stage if he wants to have any chance of making this comeback.
Oh, and just trying to cause some problems for HKP without really doing anything, just faking options right there. There's the shine, can't find the connection though. HKP, that F tilt at the side of the stage, starting to cause a lot of problems for Darai.
Oh my lord!
Gets caught out by a jump read off of the tongue, and that is HKP cleaning this up in 3 games.
That is one of the most anti-air dragon punches I've ever seen in my life, is HKP bringing us back to Street Fighter with a 3-0 over Darai. Dear Lord.
Crazy stuff.
Incredible.
I think that is just about everything before our top 8 at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
there we go.
There we go. I mean, that'll be it for me and Escape, but don't go anywhere, because in top 8, we're going to be having a few more Twitch ABSA giveaways. We're going to be having some commentary from the lovely Baps and the illustrious Akashi. But either way, this is